What's up? It's Bombalek here. Have you ever wondered why your powerful armies in the early seasons of Land of Empires can lose to a theoretically weaker opponent? Why your perfectly upgraded Hanzo sometimes vanishes in a split second before he even fires off his first skill? Today, we are breaking down the early game meta into its core elements. We are going back to Seasons 1, 2, and 3 to air, out the dirty laundry of Apex. Arena. I'll show you mechanics that most players completely ignore, but which determine your survival in the rankings. Today, you won't just get a complete tier list of heroes who literally crush their theoretical counterparts in direct clashes. We will discover the secret of the Armaments system, because of which I guarantee you 90% of the server completely wastes their accounts, potential, and hard-earned resources. You'll learn how to cleverly turn a cheap, purple hero into an unstoppable monster with Season 3 firepower. Before we get into the specific setups, battle reports, and hard data, hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up. This way, you won't miss out on the upcoming analyses of higher seasons that I'm preparing for you on the channel. Ready for a revolution in the Armory? Let's light up the screens and get right into it. Let's start with the absolute foundation, without which any tier list or strategy makes no sense. The Armaments system. How does it work in practice? When you equip a specific hero's armaments onto another character, that recipient inherits their unique, active and passive skills exactly from the first to the third. Remember that the awakening skill does not transfer. Base stats also don't transfer, but the skills themselves are a massive injection of new mechanics. And here comes the cardinal mistake that top players in the world constantly see in Apex arena logs. What does an average player do? They automatically equip Valkyrie's armor on Valkyrie and Hannibal's armor on Hannibal, because that's what the name suggests, right? Well, no. Why is this a giant mistake that costs you fights? A hero's own armor equipped on that dedicated, strong hero only gives them about a 10 to 15% stat bonus. In the brutal reality of arena combat, those are absolute pennies that don't change the outcome of the battle. The true hidden meta lies in something completely different. When you manage to get the armor of a powerful Season 2 or Season 3 hero, you should immediately transfer their armaments to a weaker Season 1 hero, or even a purple character. This way, your second or third march, consisting of theoretically weaker units, suddenly gains a set of devastating skills with Season 3 power. You basically create a lethal, budget monster that easily tears apart standard enemy teams. A perfect example from our analyzed battles is a situation where a player literally crippled their Europa's potential by forcing Valkyrie's skills onto her. Europa is inherently a supporting defensive character. Valkyrie, on the other hand, is pure, ruthless DPS. Combining them like this ruins the synergy. Instead, it is far better to leave Europa without a dedicated armament and distribute powerful offensive skills to where your army needs real suppressing fire. Memorize this rule and implement it on your accounts immediately after this video, because this is what decides the outcomes in evenly matched fights where you can't rely solely on VIP level advantages. We are moving on to specific clashes and direct hero matchups. Season 2 and the so-called Season 1.5, which refers to the extra heroes introduced by the developers. Who rules undisputedly here and who helplessly takes a beating? The absolute king of infantry in this era is undoubtedly Caesar. In Apex Arena reports, Caesar acts like a perfectly oiled enemy grinding machine. Who does he destroy with zero effort? Primarily Saladin. Saladin paired with Europa and Apollo simply cannot hold the front line under Caesar's pressure. If you scan your opponent's defense and see a composition based on Saladin, dropping Caesar in there guarantees massive overdamage and a rapid breakthrough of their first line. Right next to Caesar, Valkyrie shows brilliant efficiency. As a pure DPS, she can wipe out the flanks of an enemy formation in seconds, under one key condition, that she doesn't run into a concrete Season 3 defense, which I'll talk about in a moment. Cleopatra, in turn, is a perfect complement to this setup as a hybrid of support and AoE damage. Her armor, properly passed to the backline ranged units, can drastically turn the tide of battle in your favor. But don't let this one weakness fool you. Hanzo is undeniably the best, most profitable long-term investment for any Land of Empires player. Why is it worth dumping all your available resources into him? Because Hanzo stays at the very top of the metagame through Season 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to Season 7. In the early phase, his power is based on the sick, almost absurd damage from his ultimate skill. In later seasons, it's his awakening skill that becomes the key to winning massive clan wars. But remember the golden rule. Hanzo is a glass cannon. He needs a massive concrete tank in the front. If your first line breaks too quickly, Hanzo will die uselessly. Why do I command you to drastically reduce your horse count? Cavalry in these early seasons, without astronomical bonuses from late-game tech and armor, simply vanishes from the battlefield in seconds, contributing absolutely no significant damage. It is simply a waste of valuable space in your march. It's your infantry that has to absorb the enemy's entire massive strike. It must act as an unbreakable shield, buying precious time for the archers and the destructive hero. Skills like Hanzo's or Valkyries to tear the enemy army apart with impunity. Applying the strict 4-1-2 ratio, combined with smartly distributed armaments, will allow you to win battles against people who have much higher base stats. Trust me, it's battle-tested. Let's summarize the most important lessons from today's comprehensive guide that you must implement. First, immediately stop, mindlessly equipping armor on the same heroes. Rotate them downwards to get the absolute most out of your second and third marches. Second, strictly stick to the infantry formation, with minimal cavalry involvement in a 4-1-2 setup. And third, invest every spare universal sculpture into Hanzo. Because this guy is your best insurance policy for the upcoming months of the game. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at the market novelties and dive into the deep, incredibly fascinating waters of Season 4, where the meta turns upside down once again. Be sure to let me know in the comments below the video what your current Apex Arena setups look like and whether you've already tried the skill transfer trick. Huge thanks for every thumbs up and for being here. Stay warm, good luck on the battlefields, and see you in the next episode. Peace out!